talking about what's going on in the month of April. I don't know when you're going to be watching this or seeing it, but Laura from the One Vision Children's Autism Center. Good morning, Laura.
Good morning, Jay.
Well, we are coming up on this very, very quickly with the month of April, Autism Awareness Month. It kicks off this weekend. If you didn't realize that or not, that just time is flying right by. But April 2nd is when it starts. And of course, many of Laura have heard about autism, but not everybody knows exactly what it is or who it impacts. I mean, can you give us a little bit of insight? Tell us about autism, what it is, and who it impacts.
Yeah, sure. Autism is a lifelong neurodevelopmental disorder that's characterized by deficits in social interaction and social communication skills, both verbal and nonverbal skills. And it is also characterized by restricted or repetitive behavior or interests. So kids that might engage in some what we would call motor stereotypy, which might be things like the hand flapping, or they might also have very restricted fixed interests. Like, for example, my nephew was always fixated on the solar system when he was young. The severity of the symptoms can vary greatly from person to person. So no two children with autism are the same. Some individuals with autism may need a lot of help, while others may not need much assistance at all. Autism impacts people of all different backgrounds. The latest statistics from the CDC actually suggest that 1 in 44 children in the United States are diagnosed with autism.
Wow.
With more boys than girls being diagnosed. So autism does impact a ton of people in our community.
Well, I remember years ago when we first kind of started this whole thing, it's been over 15 years ago. It started out like over 100, one in so many over 100 were with, and then it was under 100. It's like 90 some, and it was like 80, and now just, one out of, what do you say, 1 in 44?
1 in 44.
Wow, just amazing.
So if you figure a standard classroom size, there's probably one kid with autism.
Right, exactly. And you mentioned the hand flap, because my grandson is autism. He's verbal, he talks and things like that. But we noticed that at a young age where he'd get excited and he'd shake his hands, or, he gets fixated on like a fans or a helicopter propeller. He'll sit there and spin that thing, or if the fan, he wants the fan on, but now he's getting tall enough now. If he wants the fan on, he go turns it on. So Laura, what are some of the, I guess we kind of mentioned some of that, or you mentioned some of those early signs. I don't want to say warning signs, but early signs of what happens.
Yeah, so some of those things to kind of look out for with your young child would be that lack of eye contact, not responding to their name, often choosing to play alone instead of with other people, strong adherence to different routines throughout the day, delayed or absent communication skills, unusual hand or body movements, repetitive motions with objects, kind of like you talked about, maybe it's spinning something on a car, extreme interest in a specific topic, and unusual or intense reactions to light, sound, smells, or touch. So some of those different sensory overload type experiences. If you do suspect that your child may have autism, you should most definitely reach out to your primary care physician as soon as possible. Unfortunately, in the state of Iowa, there are wait lists for everything when it has to do with autism services. So it's definitely important to bring it up as soon as you can to your doctor.
So after that, is that when the parents look at calling you guys at the Autism Center? I mean, how does the Children's Autism Center help kids with autism and their families once they get in?
Yeah, so after a child gets that formal diagnosis of autism, then typically we get the referral from the physician, or the family might just find us, with a Google search of ABA clinics. That's the service that we provide, is that applied behavior analysis therapy. We offer that in both the one-on-one and group settings. With our one-on-one ABA therapy, we target individualized goals to improve the child's communication, social skills, independent play skills, daily living skills, etc. We also address any problem behaviors that may be of concern for the family. Our group ABA therapy, though, focuses primarily on those social skills, such as things like initiating playing, identifying bullying or coping skills.
Yeah. So lots of things that you guys do to help out the kids, and of course we have the annual fundraiser coming up. We've been doing this for 9 years now, Laura. Have you been involved all 9 years?
Just about. I came on board with the CAC in 2014, so I think I might have missed the very first year then,
Uh-huh.
but just about the whole time. And I actually started on with all of this as an intern way back in the day.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So
But
I've come a long way with the
yeah,
CAC.
so we're talking about the ninth annual Jay Brooks Walk a Block. I couldn't remember how many years it was. It seems like we've been doing it forever, but and it's all for
Yeah.
a good cause. All the money raised all stays local. Goes to the One Vision Children's Autism Center there in Clear Lake. So that helps people to, a little bit more at ease that they know that their money is staying local and helping local kids, because you guys do a wide variety. It's not just Clear Lake or Mason City. I mean, you got different counties that you guys spread out to.
Yeah, we serve kids from all over North Iowa. Currently, we have kids over in Charles City. We recently graduated out some kids that were from over in Iowa Falls type area.
Sure.
We've had kids come all the way over from Algona area. So really all around north central Iowa. And we also provide services in the Fort Dodge area as well.
Yeah. So if you want to get involved, people should just go to the website, jbrookswalkablock and .org, and that'll get you all set up for all of that, correct?
Yep, yep. You can do the online registration, like you said, at jbrookswalkablock.org. That's still open online. Or you can also do same day registration on Saturday. It starts at noon that day.
Yeah. So it start at noon, and then it goes and then the walk is actually at 1 o'clock.
Yep, walks at 1, and we'll have activities going till about 3 o'clock out there at the mall. We're going to have free activities for the kids, an inflatable resource fair with information on potential supports and services that are available in North Iowa, and your Access for Autism down at the Country Axe, which is always a lot of fun.
Huh. Yeah. I heard that guy's a pretty nice guy down there.
Yeah, I've heard he's all right.
Yeah. And that's a cool thing too, is we got, we have that. We're able to, give back to the community and organizations like the One Vision, and I started this way back when. I've been involved with autism for, golly, maybe 17 years, something like that. And it was all because of a coworker, because I think there's a lot of people now, and you say 1 in 44 are diagnosed with autism. I think more and more people are starting to realize or be involved or connected to autism one way or the other. And back then, like I said, it was over 100 people, 1 in over 100 that were diagnosed with autism. But I had a coworker, and then also had a distant relative that had this autism, an autistic child, and then also like my neighbor when I lived there. Every now and then I'd always get a chuckle, because I was more worried about him, not watching for cars and crossing the street to go to grandma's house, but you see, you don't know who it's going to be. Is it going to be Iron Man, or is it going to be Batman, or is it going to be Spider-Man, right? Running across the street. But yeah, I always got a chuckle about that, watching him to see what's going on. But yeah, and then of course now my own grandchild has autism, and he's been doing well and things. So I think there's different levels of autism, from the verbal side to the nonverbal, if you want to go from one extreme to the next.
Yep, yep, definitely. Those symptoms can present very differently for different kids.
Yeah. So we just encourage people to come out for the 9th annual Jay Brooks Walk a Block, April 9th at the Southbridge Mall. And again, all the money stays local. And Laura, I appreciate everything that you guys do there at the Autism Center.
Thank you.
Thank you.